All right, Nathan, just need you to spell your first and your last name for us.
All right, so Nathan Byman, Nathanbyman.
Okay. And I need the name of your company and your job title.
All right. The name of my company is MIC Group. I'm the Vice President of Technical Services.
Okay. I want to talk a little bit about some of the, as many organizations are going through, workforce development challenges. Tell me what were some of the challenges or pain points that you were feeling at your organization?
So our organization, we do contract machining. We're very heavy into specialized machining.
Can I stop you 1 second? Keep your eyes right here the whole time. Don't look at the
Sure.
lines.
Okay.
Okay,
Yep.
gotcha.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So what were some of your workforce development challenges?
So some of our workforce development challenges, we have a very machinist-dependent workforce. We do a lot of specialized work on small batches, and what we had seen is that over time, the preparation of the workforce, the incoming workforce, was getting weaker and weaker. Not the base material, but just their preparation through high school, through apprenticeship programs, through formal machinist training that used to exist. So what we found is the informal training that we were using over time was making worse and worse copies of our future employees. Each downturn that we hit kind of shook that tree and made the copies even worse, because when you hit a downturn, some people would decide that they want to exit the workforce and they don't want to return. So we found ourselves in a position where we had a lot of our higher level supervision and plant managers were still in good shape with good backgrounds, but as we looked into the younger generations and the incoming, we just did not have the training that we needed to continue to operate. So.
And how did that translate into some of the business drive objectives that you had? For example, we understand that a number of organizations in a similar instance, how it affects their company in is it may mean more people more scraps, opportunity, or there might be individuals who it affects their ability with safety, or there's different end product because of this. So how was your organization affected by their business objectives?
Okay, so some of our key business objectives that were affected by not having a strong, consistent overlaid training program. One, it affected how elastic we were to increases in business, and that's one of the biggest drivers. Is we see business opportunities, we want to get bigger, and it is hard to come by the workforce we need to do that. Some of our other metrics, on-time delivery, scrap, productivity, are all affected by having inconsistent training or having holes in training.
Okay. When you were looking for a partner to assist with overcoming some of those challenges, what were you looking for in a training partner?
So what we were looking for in a training partner was really a skill in using modern technology to deploy training, and we were also very much not looking to reinvent the wheel. So we were looking for a partner that had a lot of experience working with other companies that could provide us some advice with respect to best practices, and if at all possible, have a set of recommended training courses that were appropriate for machining.
How has Tooling U helped you specifically with that?
Tooling U has helped us very specifically with being a partner and having an existing knowledge base very well. That's been a very successful relationship for us. A lot of the recommendations and the customized programs, or the generic programs, were very close to what we were looking for and did not take that much customization. And even doing that customization, Tooling U was able to assist us in making the modifications we requested, as well as advising on some of the other common modifications that people make. The whole exercise has kind of shown us that we know there are things that are very special to what we do, but a great deal of what we do can be covered in a common fashion. So,
what have you learned, what will be a takeaway from attending this TUX event? What has been the thing that you have found to be most valuable by attending the TUX event?
So, some of the biggest takeaways from coming to the TUX event, one of the things that I enjoyed very much about this event in particular was the discussion of how to quantify the actual impact, or the monetary impact of the training that you're doing. So that was a nice touch. I like that whole approach of looking at how you're going to value your training. More than that, it was very good to be around so many other people who are on the same journey. So, so much of what we do is just, you can't plan it perfectly. You have to move through, you come across a challenge, you adjust for the challenge. So at any given point, it is great to come to an event like this where you can canvas, a dozen or 20 or 50 different people in similar situations, and see what might work or what might not work.
What would you recommend individuals who attend this TUX event? What kind of mindset should they come to when they attend a TUX event of this nature?
So what kind of mindset should you come to at a TUX event?
Yes.
Be prepared with a fairly open mind. One of the very interesting things was on the quantitative analysis of the effectiveness of your training. Some of the information there was a little bit counter to the way some training programs are developed, so that need to approach with an open mind. And then things like competency models in manufacturing, not used very frequently, very powerful. So you have to be ready to think about some of those things when you're coming. My side, I'm more from the operations and the technology side. I think if you were able to partner a visit with a open-minded HR manager, or if you're in HR, bring a open-minded operations manager, that dualism of a visit would be just a fantastic pairing, and will make the whole deal a lot more successful.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you, Nathan. That was
All right.
great.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So it wasn't too painful, right?
No, not at all.
Hopefully you can take some of the
Hope you can take the clink.
the noise out. There you go.
All right, great. Thanks,
All right.
Nathan.